step of this game. So, let's play the anime intro, or kind of Square Enix intro when they... It's a fantastic intro, we're gonna play it. Anyway, let's get to it. And going silent. That's a fantastic opening every single time. Well, anyway, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and whatever time zone you're in. Welcome back to CHRONO Walkthrough. Shall we begin? Yes, let's get started. Yeah, it's a fantastic. It's always a fantastic opening for Chrono Cross. I have to watch it every single time, because that's when Square Enix really just went hard with their intros back in the old days. If you didn't grow up in the 90s or were just not like a kid back then it's probably not a big deal, especially if you grew up with Fortnite in those later years. Well, I guess Fortnite's not really a good example, but you get the picture. Now, if you did grow up in this time frame, yeah, if you grew up in this time frame, oh yeah, then this was a time and age to grow up in, where there was Final Fantasy and Chrono Crosses. So, here we go. I don't know. Definitely gotta listen to that song. Let it play for 2 minutes. Highly enjoy it every time. seriously, Square Soft at the time. Yeah, this is where before they became Square Enix. I think due to a merger issue or something. Yeah, Squaresoft went really hard with their games back in the past. They really went hard, and I mean they went hard with their games. I don't know how that phrasing sounds, but yeah, they went 100% on the music presentation, characters. They didn't have voice acting, so yeah, they were really good back then. Yeah, this was one of my very favorite pieces from Chrono Cross. I think this was directed by Misada? It was a legendary composer who did this one. Well, anyway, time to level up in RPG stats. And the beauty of this is, you don't really have to watch this in 4K, you can really watch it in 720 and it still looks pretty good back in the old days. Cut you, and I cut you, and I cut ya. Goodbye. Burn, baby. Burn. That was the thing about the battle system, it was so unique. Everything about this game was just so unique back in back in those times. I mean, this was kind of like set around the time of maybe Final Fantasy 7 or Final Fantasy 8. Honestly, I can't remember. Alright, so kind of to explain, you don't use magic points. How you earn the magic points is to attack the enemies. And then you build up to... Oh, how do I describe it? I think I'm doing a pretty solid job of explaining it, or of showing it. Yeah, unlike other RPGs where there's magic points, like Child of Light, that's a good example. You attack the enemies, and then build up until you actually... so you have enough attack power to cast magic. It's very unique. Okay, so your attack, it's like a risk and reward. So there's a 1, 2, 3, and the amount of attack power. Okay, how do I describe it? There's a 1, 2, 3, and it's kind of like a risk and reward. So every time you attack, you have a percentage of hitting the enemy or not hitting the enemy. So depending on which attack button you use, 1, 2, or 3, it adds up with math. So if you hit a person with the second, there's a 30%, 34, 30, and so on percent that you're gonna hit them. But if you choose 3, you risk it all and then try to attack them, but you have a high risk of missing them completely. While the first one, or number 1, is the safe path, and you'll absolutely hit them like a higher percentage. But the more you experiment and the more you take the risk and reward, then you get to cast these magics. Case in point. Like how they're gonna burn to death. And of course, the more you use the magic, the more you level up your magic, and you're just pretty much OP by the end. And I love that. Yeah, it's Final Fantasy, but with the unique spin that what I'm used to. Back in those times, I think it changed it up so well. Yeah, if you're an RPG fanatic or just play Japanese RPGs back in the day, or just love Japanese RPG like Persona, I don't think it'll be to that caliber of Persona, but this is kind of where Persona got its DNA. So yeah, I highly recommend Chrono Cross, and I know what I'm going to give it by the end, but it's just so unique. And I know my friends played and beating Chrono Trigger, and he said that was really good. I have it on mobile, but sadly there's no port for Chrono Trigger, or they're not going to remake it anytime soon, unless it's going to be for Nintendo Switch. Which, that's a smart move. Kinda wish they made it for the PlayStation. Again. Take the double-edged sword. Die. Time to raise the heat. Goodbye. Probably wondering why I'm playing a game from the 90s on the PS5 technically. You're probably wondering that. And what do I say? Because it was in the C section, and that's why. But this is one of the C section for a Japanese RPG that's really good. Alright, let's see how much I gotta level up. Ah, the sea swallow. think this was the Kimono Dragon? Right, and basically that master or sensei does a tutorial. Depending on the field effect, if it's like Rady or if it's like a Diddle or some other place, whatever magic ability that matches the field effect, it increases the magic effect, which is always a plus. Oh, that was a dick move. Well, either way, fate has been decided and you're about to be burned alive. Yep. Technically, Final Fantasy came out the very first Final Fantasy came out before that, so Final Fantasy expired Chrono Cross. It's just that pretty much timey-wimey, forget who, or you know that Doctor Who reference. This was kind of the Doctor Who for Japanese RPGs. I think that's the best way to describe it. You know, it's funny, I never actually finished this game. I started it, but never finished it. Crazy. I always like Surge's weapon. It must be sharp as heck, but I always like this weapon. That's a fact. Oh, you missed. Sucks to be you. Alright, it has autosave now. Keep forgetting about that. Always like the menu music, or the environment, I guess it's an environment music, when we get to the alternate universe. I think it's fantastically well done. I think they knew what the heck they were doing. It pays so well, great violins and all that. They really knew what the heck they were doing. Seriously, Squaresoft really knew what they were doing. I think this one made a bunch of sales, and won a few Game of the Years. I can see why. I can definitely see why. Yeah, it's pretty much, you can tell from the music. I like that. When you go to the alternate universe or another world, everything is so completely different. And you can tell too, the music is slightly different. The people you knew from your timeline, or yeah. Ooh, that's too many. We'll buy two. I really don't have a lot to sell. Yeah, now I got water power. Oh, what the? All right. It's part of the PS4 version. We have fast forward. Oop, oop. I don't remember the art style. They show their faces. Oh. Yeah, they, I think it was kimono shells in the original timeline. It's kind of somber. Yeah. Yeah, but in the original timeline, you were able to catch a big one, and the also original timeline, the kid was trying to find. It's like slight things. It's not like huge things in their universe, but it's things that you notice, like. Yeah, I know what he's talking about because he actually did catch a fish in the original timeline. We'll call it the A line, A timeline. This is kind of considered the B timeline. Keep that. Anime attack, I guess. There was a lady here too, but she's not in this timeline. Sure. Wow, ain't that out? So you have to rest at your own place in the original timeline. Huh? Yep, in the A timeline. This is the B timeline, so there's no technically merge. I kind of be reacting like him, even if I was a mute protagonist, because I'd be used to certain events being like this, or exactly like the A timeline, but everything is slightly different in the B timeline. Not like drastic, but still, it's crazy. That's the thing about time. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. It's basically, and we can't determine that, but in terms of theories, if there was like an event that you changed in the past, sometimes it could split into two. You know what? No, I'm not the expert on this. Probably shouldn't say anything. But in terms of the context of the story, a significant before there was a shack, but there was a bunch of people, including that sensei master guy used to be here, and the pink character was here too. But kind of what led up to B's universe, there was a major event that clearly happened in this one that pretty much the A universe is natural and certain characters that don't appear in the A timeline, while in the B storyline, certain characters do show up, but it was because certain characters from the A timeline, their fates and lives got drastically changed. It's basically time travel. Time travel and alternate universes, but really alternate universes. Man, the music's so peaceful. That's a bit of foreshadowing. Technically, this is kind of... Earth and Death. I think she says something different in the A timeline. Because in terms of this game, they already kind of allude to the fact of like what happens if I make that decision. Well, if you make that decision, your hair color would have been slightly different, your personality would have been the complete 360. The people that you know and love, they are still the same, but just like different archetypes of the same people you knew from the A timeline. I bet that would be a scary thought to see the people from the A timeline, they still exist in the B timeline, but the B timeline, they kind of, well, you'll see. Yeah, I think the line that she's saying, I think she used it in the A timeline, I think it's very relevant in life too. Like, what if I decided not to go to this concert? Or what if I did decide to go to this concert? Or like tests, what if I answered this? I would have got a higher grade, but what if I answered that? Would I got a lower grade? Yeah, Chrono Cross does a fantastic job of just kind of giving us that sense of like, in terms of like alternate choices in a sense. Yeah, if life was simple like that, River of the Faith will decide what path you should go. That's kind of part of life. It's all about anxiety and fear. It makes us human. Well, yeah, so he must have been, he either doesn't exist or he's dead in this universe. Yeah, because it was Radius in the previous one. I can't remember if the characters from the B universe can travel in between time to the A universe. I think so. I imagine when he finally goes back to the A universe, he'll still remember everything that happened in the B universe. I think we're gonna be like I think it's gonna be like a wham moment, and I think they're gonna deliver on the ending. Because this game clearly was popular enough that they did a remake. Wait, I thought they were called Radical Dreamers. Roll credits for that other title. There was a grandpa and there was a girl. It was called something else in the A timeline. Ah, roll credits. Yeah, because in the A timeline, she did talk about poems wanting to leave the seaside village in the A timeline. But this one, she doesn't even talk about the poems. Yep, and she gave ages ago. So she made a slightly it might be a minor choice in the A timeline, but her not pursuing the poems and not giving a damn, it resulted in the B timeline. She's a completely different person just from that small, minuscule, I know I mispronounced that, but really minor choice. Kind of, yeah, I know. Yep. It's kind of funny because I think it was a male? Or maybe it was a female in the A timeline. I had to look at that previous video, but yeah, they did encourage them to pursue their poems and to leave the boring seaside village. But this one is encouraging her. Yeah, because it was a male who was here. Because it was definitely the same girl, this one, the maid, but it was the husband who was there in the A timeline. Yeah, it's like, not like too bad that it drastically changed them, but there are just stuff that are like, wait a minute, this was over here, and this was over here. I just think that's some brilliant storytelling right there. Plus the writing's top-notch too, even though there's no voice acting. I felt like they really knew what they were writing, and they knew what story they were writing too. I think it pretty much largely succeeds for what it is. Plus its presentation's fantastic too. Yeah, you're actually motivated to actually talk to the characters in this one. Kind of like Final Fantasy, I think they do a fantastic job on the writing too. Character foreshadowing. Yep, see what I mean? Choices from the A timeline. Clearly, they're talking about a certain character. Exactly. The game really spells it out that, yeah. Ooh. Child trauma. Wow, the music suddenly changed. Mojo, huh? Austin Powers would probably agree with you. It's kind of idol worship once you think about it, which is definitely frowned upon. Well, Austin Powers would agree with you. He definitely needs to get out, and definitely needs to get laid. The cat would agree with me. I think Square Enix was losing their mojo. Kind of around Final Fantasy 13. I think they're doing well with 14. I don't think they had a great start when they first released it, 14. But after the DLCs and the expansions came out, yeah, I think they have better reception. I think they're doing extremely well now. I think they're extremely doing well. But I think they had their mojo pretty much in the first Final Fantasy and products before Final Fantasy. Yeah. And I think they kept that mojo going until Final Fantasy 12. Then they kind of were making some crappy games on 13. And just not doing well. Yeah, so really, what really brought them back was Final Fantasy 15. I think that's where their game started being better again. Well, that's very tranquil. Well, technically I did return to the sea, but it transported me to another world. Yeah, you guys are probably wondering, like, but wait a minute, I just saw you in the A timeline, you should know who I am, but nope. A significant event happened in the B timeline where basically it changes all the characters' personalities, and you'll see. Curious of what the voice acting would have been like if they actually hired voice acting. I think this is a perfect game you don't need voice acting. I just don't think they could find one. I don't think they could find perfect actors and actresses for these characters. I think it's perfect as it is. What was his name? See what I mean? So, the B universe would never exist if basically the boy, that's Surge died in this one. So yeah, the A timeline, there were still significant events that happened that feels natural to the A timeline, but B universe is also natural for them, but they had basically a major character, Surge, who died that caused pretty much all the choices, personalities, and changed everything in the B timeline. So even though anybody from the A timeline was like, that doesn't seem right, nope. That's kind of how time and, well, again, not expert, so I'm just offering my input in terms of the story context. She did in the A timeline, but after he died, it's kind of she moved on. But yeah, you guys would have been married. Oh, he is back. Yeah, this is the girl who had a major crush on Surge in the A timeline. Like she has a major crush. I would have been curious of how the voice acting would have been on this one. I think they could have did it. I just don't think they didn't want to do it because come on, a game for 90s. I think we would have high. Okay, I think I got 2 to 3 reasons why Square Enix wouldn't give voice acting for the characters in Chrono Cross. 1, this is a game from the 90s. It would take a lot of budget and a lot of time and work to just get the perfect voice actors. And people already know we love Chrono Cross. Whoever's RPG fanatic, we grew up in the time of Chrono Cross, we have high expectations of how our characters should sound in Square Enix games. And just because of that, I think it would have been extremely hard to find just perfect actors and actresses just to portray these characters. I think the dialogue, the written dialogue, is just too fantastic. That's kind of high expectation. And reason 2, I think it would have delayed the game much longer. I think we would have been waiting a very long while. And this is just a remaster, so they just needed to port it to the PS4. And I think that's pretty much was easier for them to get this release again. I think that's my reasoning of why they didn't commit to get voice acting. That's my logic, at least. They could probably have a different reason. Probably there's an interview, but hey, either way, I appreciate them bringing this game back. Yeah, I thought 49 minutes. We can go a little longer. Oh, I can't save. Yeah, I better save. Alright, there's autosave too. Yeah, I would be coming back to this game every single time because of the opening, the main menu music. World map music? World map music. We probably won't have enough time to take this, villain. Oh, not cool. Fireball time. Burn, baby, burn. This door, burn, oh. They certainly did burn. Yep, that's what I mean. If it doesn't connect, then you're pretty much screwed. it does hurt you. The geyser. Not by much, but still, it's annoying. Hard to believe we're close to fixing this. I didn't think it would be that long. It just kind of got enveloped in the world. I was actually interested of talking to almost every character because the dialogue is well written. The world building is fantastic. Even though there's no voice acting, I like the characters extremely. Yep. Healing. Oh, well, now, let's finish him off. Even the combat was really well done, too. Fantastic again. It's my favorite word, but... Guys, can you blame me? I mean, this was actually... You guys... Oh, electric joke. Ah, but I don't have enough. I don't have enough room. Dang, I don't have enough room. Well, we can give it to the new character we're gonna meet pretty soon. I think we have enough time to do it. Okay, so I want to call the theory basically flipping a coin. You guys already know the heads and tails. I think there's actually theory based on it. Heads, if it lands on heads, then you make a choice. When it lands on tails, you have to make another choice. That kind of describes the alternate universe theory, in a sense. But anyway, I think the game pretty much tells you very straightforward enough. I feel like he's a future party member. Because they gave him a portrait, so yeah. Who's he? Ah, 55 minutes. Did she say seahorses? Introducing the secondary lead, or the co-lead. She jumped pretty high. That's what I'm saying. Man, I don't want to end it like this too, but we got 56 minutes left. The thing I saved before this boss battle. I think this is a perfect way to stop it because we just don't have the time to get this all done in an hour. That's the limitations of doing 4K and not doing a broadcast. I mean, you don't really need to do this in 4K, but I choose to. Okay, so I guess this is the perfect way to end this. So guys, there will be more Chrono Cross coming up in the future, so stay tuned.